Hi there, my name is Oscar Grados. I'm part of the design team for Why Will the Food mobile application. Today is November 16, 2025. I'm really excited for this. And I wanted to start out by talking about how far we've come to this point. And if we remember back when we were discovering the data and doing the research for this project, and then after we were able to define the problem that we're trying to solve, which is how might we design a mobile experience that low literacy, low connectivity smallholder farmers in Colombia can actually use to learn better farming practices and also selling crops fairly and tracking yields. And do all this without ever needing to read or wait for the internet. And so that's basically where we're at now. Since we're entering the ideation phase and we've defined the problem, we're in the creation now, and I wanted to talk to you about that today with the design system that we're actually going to look at. And the design system can be explained as a comprehensive set of standards and reusable components that we're going to be looking at and documenting, and it's going to help us build more efficiently and more in a more cohesive and consistent way. And it's easier for a new team member to work on because all the rules are in one place. So that's basically what I'm gonna be talking about today, and I have some design principles here that are pretty self-explanatory. And now we're gonna go ahead and look at some of the other things I gathered here. So if we were to adopt a existing design system, what we would I would prefer Google Material Design 3 to IBM Carbon. First, it's free and dynamically themed for Android. And sure, it has voice support, it's available, but we're not focused on. I've had some conversations on voice support, and that's something we're going to be looking at in the second version of the app. At least for this version, we're not going to be fully into the voice feature. It works well for low bandwidth apps like Android and the ones that my users are going to be dealing with. Additionally, huge touch targets make it accessible for low literacy. So other features include mobile integration and sustainable dark mode. And its sole drawback, really, if you look at it, it's less business polished than Carbon IBM. That's literally the only one I saw myself in. And we can go more in depth into to that if you like. So moving on to content guidelines. So and our content and overall message are tailored to smallholder farmers in rural Colombia. So and we talked about that a couple weeks ago about the low literacy in mixed Spanish, indigenous languages, and low data phones. So making this solution in many languages and adapting it to different groups around the world, if possible, was always going to be a difficulty. So how does the goal reading level look? Well, according to my research, fourth through sixth grade Spanish. So short sentences, 15 words max. I put 14. This might change. This all information is subject to change, if I may add. And I included some of the details here in Spanish to make it more realistic. I also and put the English version in parentheses. So how does that look like? Yeah, the fourth through sixth grade level. And how is the voice? A cooperative agronomist should be pleasant, and courteous and encouraging is a must for the tone. So I don't want the app to be condescending or come off as patronizing. According to my research, farmers respond to a personal being and not corporate or robotic tone. So we want to get as close to that as we can. Let's say if take one of the personas that I have, Marta's. She uses the app and reads, Marta, comma, you're almost at 2 tons! Exclamation point. Instead of the user has reached dot dot dot. Marta's gonna respond better to warm voices, and so that's what we're trying to aim at. And AI, I would say transparency is the final point. Simply and honestly, have a simple and honest disclosure. The app employs AI to monitor your crops via satellite signals and provide fast feedback, and you determine whether you want to use it or not. Comply. I haven't decided if this version of the app will contain AI due to its nature of the user target group, where we help smallholder farmers in areas where many cannot read and write. So I am considering that. And let's look at the style guide. And so I have some things here listed out for you. So colors, we haven't decided what type of colors we want to use. Obviously, we have the standards, red for negative, green for positive, and then yellow for a warning. To start, any visual style that overwhelms users is incorrect in my eyes. My worldview now, the way my mindset is, I'm prioritizing cultural sensitivity with this project. So what do I mean by that? We're gonna show authentic Colombian farmers, older women, indigenous. We're not gonna show avoid showing stock photographs of tractors that they cannot afford. We're not gonna show that. That's what I mean by cultural sensitivity. My visual styles should inspire trust, and that's what we're trying to go for with this. So now, where the components come in, I try to keep the components keep to one pattern. That's the way to go. So the navigation bars can be done at the bottom and the top of the screen, and users can scroll through the material with pagination. Sidebars and arrows can guide users back. After updating the master button, every listen button in tutorials, forums, and marketplace is going to update the changes. It's going to do it automatically. And this is going to save me some time and ensures consistency. I want to also emphasize that I want to use patterns for tutorial cards, patterns, and other reasons. Adding a new crop type by dropping a crop card into an existing pattern is efficient, and using patterns in auto layout means that there's no need for a redesign. So, and we can go more into detail with that. The last thing I'll say on this is design tokens. So colors, fonts, spacing, shadows, etc. The app changes promptly when I change a token. So language, light, dark mode, and even rebranding are some of those examples. So I hope you got something out of this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I would appreciate it. We can go into more detail. I'm gonna send you the PDF in a little bit, and thank you for listening.